party, so I'm gonna come. Like I said, he said tomorrow afternoon or the day after or something like that. I was like, no, you don't understand. Somebody around in the neighborhood knows where I live and has the key to my apartment. So no, not sometime tomorrow, sometime whatever. We need to change the lock now because someone can easily, I need to go to work and someone can easily come back and steal more shit, you know? So I just, no, I don't think he would have sold the keys. I think he would just come, keep it and come back. Why sold the keys? Who would buy keys when you don't know what's inside and you don't know, like, obviously the person who stole from me was the best person to do it because they knew, like, what time I went to bed and, like, how to get in and where to go and everything. So those keys wouldn't have the value. Oh, you mean the VHS porno movies? Okay, I thought you meant the keys. Yeah. Anyway, so, and the thing is, actually, the reason. Do you know? Actually, you know the, like, half of the stuff that were stolen, the person left them behind. So I'm thinking he's like maybe like a neighborhood crackhead or somebody that can see from the street in my apartment window or something, someone living in the building next door or something like that. Because the person stuffed everything in my North Face bag and left a lot of it in the stairs. He kept the porn VHS tapes. He kept those. He left a jacket, like a Fat Farm jacket that was like worth $100, and a few other things that were more valuable than what he kept. But he kept my leather jacket and my keys and my wallet and shit like that. But he also kept my headset. I was working in a call center back then. He stole my headset, which has literally no value. Like, unless you're working in a call center and they don't provide you with the headset, which is something I don't think exists. But I don't know. It was very random. And then so I had to argue with the landlord because I wanted the key to be changed, the lock to be changed right away. And he's like, no, I'm gonna come when I'm gonna come, and blah blah blah. I was like, you don't understand. I cannot leave the apartment as long as the key is not changed. As long as the lock is not changed, I cannot leave the apartment. I cannot go to work. So I need it to be changed now. And he's like, well, I can't come now. You're gonna have to wait. I was like, all right, look, what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna call a locksmith. I'm gonna pay the bill, and whatever it costs, I'm gonna deduct it from the rent. And he's like, well, you think you can do that? I was like, no, I'm definitely gonna do that. Like I need the lock to be changed now, and I need to be able to leave my apartment to go to work. Like, are you gonna pay for my days of salary if I leave the apartment? And if I miss work, are you gonna pay for my day's salary? Are you like? So he's like, you gonna do that? I was like, watch me, motherfucker. I'm gonna do that. I'm telling him on the phone. And he's like, oh yeah. If you feel like if you are trying to pull back on some money of the rent, I'm gonna send people your way to make you change your mind. And I know that the landlord, because he's a bar owner in that neighborhood, he's connected with biker gangs. So anyways, like, it turned into a crazy argument. He finally showed up himself to the apartment with like another used lock or whatever. He changed it himself, and we got into a fight. It almost turned into a fist fight with the old man. And he was like telling me, like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna send people to your house. They're gonna fuck you up. And he was telling me shit like that. I was like, the fuck you doing? Like, you think with this conversation with my roommate as a witness, this is gonna go down? You're gonna send people my way and fuck me up, and then I'm just gonna be, water under the bridge. I'm gonna forget about it, and you're just like, what? So anyway, so it was crazy. He changed the lock and everything, and then like, I would say like 2 or 3 weeks later, my neighbor who lives on the same on the same floor, you know, inside the building, just across the hall. He knocked, like, no, actually, I bumped into him in the staircase, and he asked me, like, I saw inside of his apartment. When I stormed in, you know, I was looking for my shit. I stormed in, I saw what he had in the apartment. It was nasty. He lived in a nasty fucking dirty place with his nasty fucking dirty dog. It was like a nasty shithole. I remember the floors were sticky. It was a fucking horrible shithole, you know. So I bumped into him in the hallway. Like, I think I was coming home or something like that. And then he asked me, like, hey, you got some bugs in your house? And I was like, bugs? I was like, oh shit, don't tell me you got cockroaches, man. He's like, no, man, much worse than that. It's like, in my head, I'm like, what's worse than cockroaches? He's like, I got bed bugs. I was like, bed bugs? And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't know anything about bed bugs at that time, so I'm thinking, like, this is just a nasty motherfucker who got bugs in his bed because he's got a nasty bed and he doesn't shower and his apartment is fucking nasty, and it's like, whatever, you know, he got bugs in his bed. And it's not something I have to worry about. That's just his shitty living situation, you know, like that's over there. It has nothing to do with me, but I didn't know bed bugs. I just said it. I'm thinking, like, you know, it's just like, I don't have to worry about it. I know nothing about bed bugs. So I don't know they travel, like, from apartments to apartments, you know, like they're able to go in different floors and they will find a way and they establish themselves, like, very slowly and they progress and, like, settle, and, like, I didn't know anything about them. So one day I see, like, a little bug on my bed, but I don't know what it is. It looks like a little ant, or like a little random, like, summer bug, you know, like a little shit that's just walking around, going in your apartment or whatever. I just saw one on top of my blanket. I just flicked it, you know, and I'm like, whatever. And then about a week later, I noticed that, you know, I have, like, little kind of pimples on my legs and on my chest, and I'm thinking, like, all right, maybe I got bit by mosquitoes. It happens when you hang out in parks or whatever in the evening. There's mosquitoes sometimes in Montreal. Well, I mean, a lot in Montreal in the summer. So I don't really realize it, you know, like, I don't connect it, you know. So, you know, it's like little rashes, and I'm like, whatever. It might be a spider, or it might be a mosquito or whatever. And at some point, one day, I see that, you know, my roommate, like, he's walking around in his, like, PJ, his boxers or whatever, you know, and I noticed he has, like, little couple of red rashes on the side here, like, next to the ribs, and I'm like, oh, I guess he got bit too. And I was like, I was not connecting the dots, because in my head, it was like, bed bugs was not even, like, a possibility, you know. I thought it was just, like, nasty people get nasty shit in their bed and whatever, you know, like. And then one day, you know how, like, bed bugs, non-clean hotel vacations, but it can be anywhere. It can be in the cinema seat, like in a chair, like those chairs are, like, kind of cushioned. It can be in a crease of a bag next to a zipper. It can be anywhere. You don't have to spend much time in a place for a bed bug to, like, attach to your belongings, to the stitch of your jeans, or even in the crack of the sole of your shoes, or in the stitches, or next to the zipper of your bag. It can be anywhere. And check this out. You know, when you tuck your sheets under your bed, right? You lift the corner of the bed and you tuck the sheet, right? So I was reaching, like, my bed was against the wall. my bed was like on one side of the bed was next to the wall. So sometimes I would like pull the bed and like kind of lift it and then tuck the sheets under it. But instead of lifting the bed, it's like there's like a stitch at the bottom of the mattress that like was undone or broken or whatever, and I just ended up kind of opening the inside of the bed. You know, like instead of lifting the whole thing, it's like my hand went inside the bed just above the bottom stitch and like kind of open it, and there's like a big gap, you know, like from the corner stitch that broke or whatever. And I saw inside, like half of the inside of my mattress was black. And like it was crazy. Like the inside was black. It was like full, like completely black. It was fucked up. Like so fucked up. I was completely freaked out. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? I didn't know what to do at first, like, so I'm kind of freaking out. I don't know what those bugs are. So I took like the Mr. Clean cleaning product and I started spraying inside the bed and whatever. And I was like, I thought like maybe I spray there every day for a couple of days it's gonna go away, but I couldn't sleep in that bed. So I was sleeping in the couch in the living room, and I was just like spraying inside the bed like multiple times a day, thinking like I'm gonna kill a bunch of them and it's gonna be enough. But at the same time, like me and my roommate, my roommate also noticed that he had some in his bed. So then, because they hang, like if you go to a hotel